So today we will see the 23rd verse of Vishnu Sahasranamam, which says a beautiful word. Here we are going to see how Bhishmacharya is defining something about the Lord. So the verse goes like this: Gurur Gurudhamo Dhamaha Satya Satya Parakramaha Nimisho Nimishah Sragvi Vachaspati Rudharathi. Gurur Gurudhamo Dhama Satya Parakramaha Nimisho Nimishah Srakvi Vachaspati Rudharadhi. There are different commentators, as we always, as when I was starting this session, I told you. There are two famous commentaries which are written. One is written by our Guru, who is Adi Shankaracharya from the Advaita Param. And he has classified this nama, the Guru Dhamaha, as two different namas. Okay. From the Vaishnavite side, there is also a great commentary which is written by Parachara Bhattar, which is called Bhagavad Guna Darpanam, which I have already referred you. And he refers this as Guru Dhamaha as one word, one nama. But the meaning is almost the same, because the way that interpreters are looking at the words will have its own significance. We will go with the Adi Shankara's classification. That's what we are following mostly, so that we understand how Adi Shankara from the Advaita Param he is looking at it. So he takes this nama as two different nama. One is called Guru. The next one is Guru Dhamo. Right? So there are two different words what he is splitting. Guru Dhamo. Now we will see the meaning for the word Guru. The reference here, what Parachara Bhattar has given for this verse and the next verse, is the reference to Matsyavatara. So most of them are being referred to Matsyavatara because Matsyavatara is considered to be the popular, the very first avatara of the Dashavatara. Right? So where the Vishnu has taken the Rupam of fish. So the person who got the details is Satyavrata, and he got the small fish when he was doing his Argyarpanam for Sandhya Vandanam. When he was taking, there was a small fish in his hand, in which when he collected the water from the pond, and the fish talks to him suddenly saying that, don't drop me to the pond, please put it in your kamandala and take it to your home. So he transfers that water with the fish and put it in the kamandalam, and he's taking to the home, and then he kept it, and he is thinking, let me go out for some time as a Vishranti and come back. Suddenly there is a voice saying that, oh, I cannot breathe, I'm suffocating, I'm suffocating, I'm suffocating. So all of a sudden what happened? He ran, and then he was searching, where is this voice coming from? And all of a sudden he saw from the kamandalam, he is able to see that the voice is there, and when he was trying to peep in, the fish has grown in a little big size. Now the fish size is more, and then it says, I cannot, move into the kamandalam because the kamandalam is very small container. So please transfer me in a big vessel. So he runs into his own home, and then he brings a big anda or something, which is a big vessel, and he fills with the water, and he puts that fish into that, and then he thinks now it should be fine because, sometimes it happens, the fishes are growing, let us grow, and then let us go out and come back, and he wants to step out. Then also he is hearing a voice saying that, Are, I am suffocating, I cannot breathe, I cannot breathe. He's, what is happening? Then he is going and seeing the fish is grown even bigger than the vessel. He is really surprised to see that. Then he's saying, okay, so I can't accommodate you in somewhere because this is the biggest vessel I have in my home. So I cannot put you. So what is best is I can take you directly to the nearby, the lake or somewhere, the river where I can put. Then he says, no, 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 don't put it in the lake or somewhere. Please transfer me into sea. So then he runs all away sudden, and then he goes and he wants to throw to the sea. Then the fish says, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back with the boat. Okay. And there will be a hump in my, like a fin, right? So there is a hump in my body where the boat will be tied. You are going to tie, and then these are important seeds what you are going to have. And then he says there will be something very important for you to take, and you are going to take that and transport it to the next side, because now the pralayam is going to come. The entire water is going to fill the entire land, and you are going to save it out. So the Satyavrata is waiting there, and then the fish comes dragging the boat. And when he see in the boat, he can see that very rare specimen seeds were there, and also the Sapta Rishis were sitting inside. So they are also sitting. And then there is a very sacred book which is there, and he's asking like a grantha which has been there, and he's asking what is it. He says this is the four Vedas, so which has to be given to the next yuga. So then he keeps all this, and then the fish leads the direction, and the fish takes them to a land, and then he lands in a place. And almost within 2 or 3 days, the entire water is filled with the entire earth, and then the water starts subsidizing, and the first land where he is able to see the water has been resided, and he lands into that water, and then he stays there. Okay, so that land today, which has been referred in Bhagavata Purana, that land was ruled by that type of a kingdom, and who took the symbol of fish in their flag, which is referred to as Pandya Desham, which is in the Mathura. So today's Mathura is the famous Pandya Desham, whose flag symbol is with the eye. So Satyavrata was their ancestor. So basically, they were the ancestors. They brought the Vedas, and then they started, and he came to the Dravida Desha. Dravida means it's a land surrounded by three sides with water. That's it. Land piece surrounded by three sides of water is called Dravida. Peninsula, which is the word in English, is called Dravida. So that is where he landed. Okay. So then he takes that Vedas and he tries to preserve, and then that's how the generation goes. This is with reference with the Bhagavata Purana. Why this is referred here is basically the Guru reference here, what Parachara Bhattar takes, is all from the Matsyavatara. He says he is a Guru who gave the Vedas to us. All right? He has given this Veda to whom? He has given the Vedas to Brahma. And Brahma takes that Veda as the direction, and he does the creation. So who is the father of Brahma itself? Mahavishnu is the father of Brahma. So that is why he is considered to be the greatest Guru's Guru. So he is the Guru for us. Okay. So he is considered to be the greatest preceptor. And we always say the chanting is like this: Krishnam Bande Jagat Gurum. Right? So we always say Krishnam Bande Jagat Guru. What does that mean? He is the Jagat Guru. Correct. And Swami, in one beautiful quote, he refers there are different types of gurus are there. And he has given a classification of 8 different gurus. 8 different gurus are there. And Swami gives a beautiful link about them, each of them. And then he denotes them. Number 1, he says, Bodha Guru. The Bodha Guru is a guru who teaches you scriptures. Who teaches you scriptures. And he encourages you to practice the scriptures. Bodha Guru. Okay. Then there is another guru called Veda Guru. A guru who teaches you Veda. And then he will direct you to walk in the field, walk in the direction of Veda. Okay. The next guru is called Nishada Guru. Nishada Guru means one who talks about your rights, and then your duties, your obligations, what you need to do, your dharma. So he always gives you the understanding about the Shastras, he will give you about the Dharma Bodhana and everything. He is considered to be the Nishada Guru. Okay. The next Guru is called Kamya Guru. Kamya Guru means one who teaches about what is your karma action, work, action, meritorious action, how you need to perform a meritorious action and how you are going to get the result out of it. So how you are going to work on it. The next Guru he refers is called Vachaka Guru. Vachaka Guru. Vachaka Guru is a person who teaches you Yoga Shastra. Who teaches you Yoga Shastra and prepares you for the spiritual life. Prepares you for the spiritual life. The next Guru is called Suchaka Guru. Suchaka Guru. This Guru is a person who teaches you how to control your senses and discipline them. Suchaka Guru. Okay. Next Guru is called Karana Guru. Beautiful Guru. See how Swami has given beautiful classification for us. So many Gurus are there. Karana Guru. This Karana Guru is a person who teaches you the Advaita, the unity of the soul, the Atma and your purpose, the Paramatma unification. He is called Karana Guru. And then the last type of Guru is called Vihita Guru. Vihita Guru. Vihita Guru means a person who clarifies all your doubts and clarifies everything, whatever you have in your mind and all. And out of all, Swami says, Karana Guru is supposed to be the highest of all. Because one who teaches you how to unite yourself, get into self-realization, and then get into it. Other people are in the stage of being teachers and acharyas. So that when you say Guru, Swami says it is always the Karana Guru. What is Karana Guru? One who transforms you. Right? All the others are acharyas. All the others are just teachers on your way. So who is a Guru? Guru is a person who can transform you, change you, influence you. Then he is considered to be the Guru. That is what Swami is giving, and who can give you that idea of how to get into self-realization, how to understand the unity. That's why he is considered to be the Guru. So beautiful understanding what we can get from the word Guru. So Guru means the person who gives you that greatest knowledge. And Krishna was a Guru to whom? To the Arjuna in the battlefield. Right? He was the greatest Guru for Arjuna. Think about the Bhagavad Gita. How great verses has come out. And even for us to understand the entire process of our karma, he has given Karma Yoga, chapter 3. What you need to do, how you need to be in action, how when you perform an action, how you have to control your senses, everything, how to be a Karma Yogi. Beautifully given to us, which is very applicable for us in today's modern contemporary world. So very relevant concepts which have been given. Karma Yoga, beautifully given. So why I'm saying is he is a Guru who has given these greatest thoughts to us. So it is our portion that we have to, which is our part that we have to get that, imbibe it, and walk in that direction. So that's what it starts with here, Guru. So Guru is a person who reduces the darkness, right? Gu means darkness, Ru means light. Gu means darkness, Ru means light. Because Ra refers to sun. Ra, Ravihi, Ravaye. So it always, any letter with the Ra means it is always the Ram is the Bijaksharam for Surya. So anything with the Ra or Ru, which is always signifying the light. So Ku, darkness, Ru, light. So one who takes away, when one who get rid of all the darkness is considered to be the Guru. So that means one who gets the ajnana out of us, one who takes away the ignorance from us is considered to be the Guru. Okay. The next nama is called Guru Dhamaha. So as per Shankaracharya, Guru Dhamaha is the second nama, because Guru, he takes us one nama. The second nama he takes Guru Dhamaha. What is Guru Dhamaha? Dhamaha means one who is Guru's Guru. One who is Guru's Guru. That means he is the foremost of everything. Correct? So when we classify where we are getting our knowledge from, we say that we get the knowledge through Vedas. One who is protecting the Vedas, it is all Brahmadeva who is having the Vedas in his hand. So from the Brahmadeva, we have received all the knowledge, right? So all the knowledge is what we have received today. It's all from the, so he is the, for the Vidyasthanam, Brahmadeva is the center. We may say he is the dean. As per the academic institution, he is the dean who is controlling everything for the educational departments, right? Educational department. That reference is also there in the Charaka Samhita Sutra 1.4, which says, Brahmana hi yada proktam ayurvedam prajapati chakraha. So that means what? Even the greatest knowledge of Ayurveda, who has given us? Brahma has given. Right? From where we got it? From the Brahma. So it is, he is the Vidyasthana center. He is the person who had that knowledge. Now, who gave the knowledge to Brahma? That is the question. Who gave the knowledge to Brahma? It is Vishnumurti who has given that. That's why he is considered to be his Guru's Guru. So that is the greatness of the Lord Vishnu, where we have to appreciate it. See, sometimes, even by reading some of the scriptures, individual person can even transform himself, right? So that is the significance. If you read a Mahabharatam, if you read Ramayana, if you read even the Bhagavad Gita, the words, the way that they have given, the way that he connects with us, that is where we will be always getting into it, right? So they say that there is one of the legend is like this. One Raja wants to know, and he is interested to learn Mahabharata. Okay. So he made an announcement to the people in the public. There are a lot of gurus who are sitting there, Sanskrit scholars and all. He told, whoever is ready, then, I'm interested to learn Mahabharatam. I want to learn Mahabharatam. You can tell me the story, you can teach me and all. So there was one guru, one acharya who was, he wanted money and all, because see, when you go and teach for Raja, what happens? He is going to pay you. So he was interested in money, and then he was reading the Mahabharatam. He came back within 2 or 3 months and he said, Raja, I can teach you Mahabharata. Now the Raja is looking at this Acharya who said that he is ready. He told, no, you can go and read again. I will call you when I need. You can go and read again. I will call you when I need. Now then, this person went back and he started reading the Mahabharatam again. After 6 months passed, then he came back and he said, Raja, now I am ready. Are you ready to listen? Raja told, no, you go and read again. I will call you when I need it. So this guy again went back, and then he was sitting and he's reading after 1 year. Then he came one day and he said, I'm ready now. Are you ready? Because you told that you are interested, because the interest should not be, dissipated or something. So it will be better that you get it as soon as possible. Raja told, no, you go and read again. I will call you. Then this Acharya went back, and then he started reading now. And now this moment when he read the full story, then he walked away from the country. He is supposed to go for the sannyasa. He is almost going out of the country, walking out of the city. Then the news went to Maharaja saying that That Acharya now is, he leaving his house, he has left everything, now he is almost going for sannyasa. Then he told, call him now, I am now ready to learn what is Mahabharata. Because these stories will make you the change. That is the character. What I am saying is, that is the impact of this character. That is the impact of this greatest scriptures. The moment you read, you become that. This is the transformation. What I'm saying is, just mere reading, you understand that it changes your total character itself. So that means you can understand how a guru's influence will be there. So that's why we always say him as the greatest guru. See, when we say the guru parampara, even for Adi Shankara, we say Narayanam, Padmabhavam, Vasishtam cha, Saktim cha, Tatputram, Paracharam cha, Vyasam, Sukam, Gautapatam, Mahantam, Govinda, Yogindramasya Shishyam, Sri Shankaracharyam. Okay? So that is how it goes. So we start with the Narayana Padmabhavam. So it starts from Narayana. Right? So even see, for us in the Saivate side, what is the way that the Guru Parampara Shloka we always say? We always say that Sadasiva Samarambham Sankaracharya Madhyamam Atmat Acharya Paryantam Vandhe Guru Parampara. Sadasiva Samarambham Sankaracharya Madhyamam. So for us, Sankaracharya is in the middle. Who is our Adi Shankara is our Guru, who has given the direction of Advaita. Right? Sadasiva Samarambham Sankaracharya Vadyamam Asmatacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. This is the Guru Parampara, what we are saying. If you have been initiated into any mantra, they will say Narayana Padmabhavam. So that is how it is also going, the another lineage. So this lineage says definitely Narayana is the Adimukha, which gives you very clear clarity for us that he is the Guru's Guru, who is always on the top. And then he leads us for us in every knowledge what we want. The next Nama is called Dhama. Guru Dhama Dhama. Right? So when we say Dhama, Dhama is one of the suffix word which always comes, right? So say for example, Parandhama. Right? Parandhama. Dhama means what? One who is radiant. One who is like a sunlight. One who seems to be much more clear, supreme. Okay? So then he is considered to be the Dhama. So Adi Shankara refers here that why he is radiant, because he is in Atma Swarupam, that's why he is in radiance. He doesn't need to give this, because see, he himself is a person who is self-realized. He is a person who is self-realized. That's why he can lead Arjuna who is confused. See, a person who is confused by himself cannot lead the other fellow. Correct? And especially the questions posed by Arjuna. Understand, the questions the questions posed by Arjuna is not a simple questions. Those are very, very tricky technical questions which have been posed by Arjuna. In each chapter, you can see wherever it is possible, he is trying to give these questions to him. Why? Because he knows Krishna has more knowledge and more depth meaning in it, so that he is trying to provoke Krishna to give the reality out of it. Right? So even the Sishya was so much enlightened, that's why he can pose that beautiful, knowledgeable question to the Guru, so that we can understand. So because he is of supreme light, beautifully said. When Dhritarashtra was sitting there, when he came as a messenger for Pandavas, he is there, he is standing. And this guy, Duryodhana, doesn't want to listen. He insulted Pandavas, he insulted Krishna, he insulted everyone. Bhishmacharya and everyone saying, don't do this. He's never listening to anyone. He is trying to insult him everything. Dhritarashtra can't see, can't, he is only hearing, but he can't control his son. He is not able to see what is happening, and he is saying, I don't know what is happening. I don't know what is happening. Can anyone help me? Can anyone say me what is happening? Then Krishna gave him an eyesight for a 2 second or 3 second for him to visualize. The moment he opened and saw the eyes, he can only see a big ball of fire or a jyoti in front of him. That was the vision that Krishna gave him for the Dhritarashtra for some minutes or some seconds. He can't even withstand that. He said, oh my God, my eyes, I can't withstand this great rays here. Why? That is what the power of a knowledge is. That is the power of Atma Swarupam. If the real Atma Swarupam is ready and radiant, no one can even see it, because that's the glowing level of Atma Swarupam, what we say. That is what we say as a Jyotis Swarupam. Right? So, Dhamaha. Satyaha. Satya means always we refer to one of the beautiful words we say is called Sat. And we say truth. But even to the truth, Swami always refers to this as an absolute truth. Okay? There is always a difference between the facts and the truth, and something which is absolute. So sometimes, the facts can change. Swami says even the truth. Some places truth can also be different. What is truth in certain places may not be the true in some places. Right? Fact is always changeable, because fact has to be verified. If you say this is the fact, evidence and fact for certain thing, the fact can also be cross-checked, verified, it can be even squashed or anything you can do. Fact. The facts cannot be proven to be the same. Truth can also vary, Swami says. Why? Because the gravity, what you talk here, is not the same in moon. It's totally different. What you're talking here may not be applicable in certain nautical miles up. We don't have the same. The same thing is not the same. The pressure what you have here is more different to the water pressure or the ocean pressure, what you're talking about, right? So it's totally different level. So the pressures are different. So that means this truth is also not the same. Whatever the science is giving the truth for us, it's also not the same. What is the real truth? Swami says that is what is called absolute truth. He says Ritambara. It's called Ritambara Prajna. That which always lies, that which always is there, which is the absolute truth. And Swami refers that as a Satyam. That is called Sat. So that Sat is what? Atma Swarupa Tattvam, which is referred here for the Narayana also, that he is always there as a truth. Right? So next one is called Satya Parakramaha. Parakrama means a person who can win over his enemies. The person who can win his enemy. Parakrama, we say he is a person with more power and value. He doesn't have anything failure in his life. So that is what he says as a Satya Parakramaha. What is the real inner meaning of Satya Parakrama? Here we say that the person who cannot be defeated in any moment. Who is that person who cannot be defeated? That who has conquered his inner senses, or who has conquered his the senses and he has controlled and mastered it. He is considered to be the person who cannot be won. Anyone. Right? So the enemies are not outside. Please understand. Enemies are not outside. It is always within us. So the enemies are within us, and those are through the senses you have been instigated every time. So when you can control the senses, that is where you become the greatest, whatever you say, that the valor or power, the mighty, you can say that. And who is he? Krishna, he is the person who has conquered it. He has conquered all the senses. Right? Yet, seems to be that he married so many. He has married 8 wives to be on the side. But still he said he is brahmachari. Some people may wonder how is it possible, but that is what it is the difference, because we see in a different way. God's life of living is totally different. Correct? So that is how they lived. Ramachandra Murti, today even we celebrate Rama, even of so much yugas. What is the greatness of Rama? Why the Rama's value is great? Because he who controlled himself, right? So they say, Kripananda Variyar Swamigal refers that Ramachandra Murti lived for 11,000 years. He gives a reference like he has lived for 11,000 years. Out of 11,000 years, only 1,000 years he was living with Sita. 10,000 years with the memories of Sita he was living. And he was not even sleeping on the bed or anything. He was sleeping on the floor. He was living as a sannyasi for 10,000 years. Not even. He had every lavish thing for him to have another wife and everything. Because it is not wrong. Because Dasharatha had 3 wives. It's no wrong in his own family's tradition. He can even easily convince Kausalya, say that, hey, I want to marry another girl, and he could have moved up. But he never did it. That is what the valor, what we talk about, because Rama stood by his own words. That's why he is divine. See, these are all the avatars which gives you the clear message for us that how we stand on your own words. How do you keep up your promise? How do you live by that? How you make your own principles and how you are going to execute. That is why we say Satya Parakramaha. The next one is called Nimishaha. Nimishaha. Beautifully said. One whose eyes are closed. One whose eyes are closed. What does it mean? One whose eyes are closed. A person who has a closed eyes. That means if you see the real structure of real posture of Vishnu Deva, and you can see that he is in the Ananta Sayana pose, right? So, like this, with the Bhujanga Sayana. And what he does, he has closed his eyes and he is doing the Nidra like this. They call that as a Yoga Nidra. This is called as Yoga Nidra. Ananta Padmanabha Swami temple in Trivandrum, you can see that he is like that. He is in this posture, and where you can see that he is in the Yoga Nidra. What does the Yoga Nidra means? One who is in his own Atma Swarupam, delighted, and he is meditating on his own Atmic level. That is what it is called as the Atma Swarupa level is called Nimishaha. Yoga Nidra is called as a Nimishaha. Atma Mayamayim Divyam Yoga Nidram Samastitaha. Vishnu Puranam reference. Atmanam Vasudevakyam Chintaya Madhusudhana. So one who always in the Atmic level of thinking. So how he is going to think? He is in the Yoga Nidra, always thinking about it. So that's why his eyes seems to be closed. Right? His eyes seems to be closed. In a relative field, what they say, Parashara Bhattar says in a different way, that he is closed towards his own enemy. He doesn't want to give a darshan for them. Right? He doesn't want to see them also. He's always closed. And he pretends to be blind for those who is the enemies of his own devotees. That's what he did, right? So when Arjuna was there and Duryodhana was sitting, what happened? Duryodhana was sitting near to his head. Arjuna was sitting near to his feet. And then what happened? All of a sudden, see, whenever you wake up, you always wake up and see on the head side. So this person want to see the person who is on the foot and who is there is Arjuna was sitting there. And he want, hey Arjuna, when did you come? Then Duryodhana said, hey, I came before him. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you, but I saw only Arjuna first. So what does it mean? He doesn't want to see him. Nimishaha. Ignoring. I don't want to see you. I want to ignore you because you are not the person for me for the like mind. So this is what is called Nimishaha. Beautiful. Understand? See, from the Krishna Avatara itself, you can enjoy every Leelas of Krishna, where you can connect and enjoy each and every Nama, every time, each and every Nama. And number two, the next one is called Animishaha. It's just opposite of Nimishaha. Animishaha. What does it mean? This is the where he says one whose eyes is not closed. Okay? One whose eyes is not closed. So this is totally different one. So first one it says it's closed. The second one he says his eyes is not closed. How does it the eyes are not closed? When he says about eyes, it's not about the physical eyes. We have to think about that. It is not about the physical eyes. So his buddhi, his atma is always awake. He is always awake in that place. So when he is awake, he knows what is happening in and around. Everything. Everything. That's why even Sahadeva, after the war, he says, Krishna, I'm supposed to be the greatest and greatest of astrologer. In the Jyotisha Shastra, I am the greatest astrologer. Right? He can predict everything. He knows the future. Even he knows what is Parabrahma, who. He knows who Krishna is. He knows who Krishna is. That's how the Sahadeva's knowledge is all about. That's why we still have Sahadeva Panchangam is also there in the astrology. We say Sakadeva Arudam, Sakadeva Panchangam, everything is there. Now even Sakadeva comes to Krishna and he says, Are Krishna, even to me, that is one thing which was not even visualized by me is that Karna was my elder brother. I was not aware of that. How come? And Krishna says, that is the difference. You are as an astrologer. This is the difference because an astrologer also has a limitation. We are Parabrahma. We know everything. So that's why you need to have a God because the God's grace is different from something else. The human effort, human mind, human things can go to a certain extent. Yes. You can also be with the God. You can also be with anything. But that grace has to come from the God. There is always that small gap, no, right? So some figure or some beautiful diagram or a picture which represents, right? A person from the earth, he is putting his hand up and then he wants to reach the God, and then the God from the heaven, he is trying to touch the human being, and you can see they both don't touch. There is a small gap between them. The two fingers doesn't touch. There is a gap between these two, from the God's finger and also the human's finger. What is that gap? That gap is God's grace. That gap is God's grace. If God resides, God thinks, then he can come and he can take you there. So it is only the God's grace that is the gap where it has to be filled up. So that's why we say the person who is not closing his eyes, he is always awake because he is in the Atma Swarupa, because he knows everything. He knows what is happening. He knows everything what has been predicted. Right? Beautiful, beautiful statements. Even when he went as a messenger, when he is coming out, he doesn't want to even take a small burden from them. That's why he didn't even stay with them. You see that? He didn't even stay at the palace with the Dhritarashtra. Even Duryodhana called him. He never wanted to stay. Remember, Duryodhana's daughter was married to Krishna's son. That means basically they are considered to be sambandhis. Okay? So Duryodhana has every right to call him. Duryodhana saying that you come and stay in my palace. He said, no, I won't. And he stayed with Vidura. Why? He wants to be with the neutral person. So this is how they were. Because he knows what is going to happen. He knows what is going to happen. Every movement, whenever there is a thing, incidents happening, when you read the Mahabharata, he has given the hints long back to Arjuna himself. He says, Arjuna, there will be a time that you have to fight against your own gurus. He says that after the Gurukulam. He says this word to Arjuna, says that Arjuna, there will be a time that the time will come that you have to fight against your own gurus. You have to have that knowledge. Then he says, Krishna, I have no other go. You will be there to guide me. And Krishna says, I will always be with you. So this is the intimacy between Krishna and Arjuna. That's how they were. It's more than a friendship, more than anything. Because of that great surrender, what Arjuna had on Krishna. Right? So that's why we say Animishaha. Next one is called Shradvi. Shradvi means he is talking about the greatest garland what he is having in his neck. So the garland what he has is called Vaijayanti. Vaijayanti Mala. So that is what he always had. Okay. So this is about the adored garland, what he had in his neck. And there is also a reference what Adi Shankara says, the Panchabhutas and the Panchatanmatras are in the garland, basically. Panchabhutas and Panchatanmatras are in the garland. What are the Panchatanmatras we say? Smell, touch, Sabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Right? But this is what you also will invoke this Sabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha when you do prayers also. In every prayers, there will be something called, Pancha Puja, which says, Lam Prithvyatmane Gandham Samarpayami. Ham Akashatmike Namaha. Then you say Vayuvatmike Namaha Dubham Agrabayami. What does it mean? So each one, when you say Kalpayami, Amridam Mahanevedyam Nevedayami, before any sloka, you will say this. What is that? Pancha Tanmatras. You are surrendering your Tanmatras also. What is that? Sabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So those 5 Tanmatras are also need to be surrendered, which is the garland for Krishna, which is the garland for Mahavishnu. Its name is called Vaijayanti Mala. Okay. The next one is called Vachaspati Rudharati. Vachaspati Rudharati. Vachaspati means beautiful words. Excellent words. One who knows how to contain the words. One who knows how to talk the meaningful words. Right? Not unnecessary words. Correct words. The words have to be very apt to the situation. Not like you are talking because as if you know something and you start talking. You know, some people, they start somewhere and then they end somewhere. We don't know what is the content. Like political analysis or something like that. No. These people know how to say that beautifully said. This reference I would say with Rama in the Valmiki Ramayanam, they say that who is the best person, how he can. They define the character of Rama. Rama is considered to be Purvabashi. What is called Purvabashi? Because he knows everyone in his kingdom. That is what it is. Even Dasharatha was the king. When he was Yuvaraja, when he walks in the street, he will run to the people and he will say, hey, how are you? Say, for example, he is Govinda. Hey, Govinda, how are you? How is your wife? How is your kid? And everything. And then he turns this side and he will see another person. He will say, hey, auntie, Saroja auntie, how are you? How is your kids and all that? So he knows everyone in the kingdom. Because how this is possible? Because if you see in the Aranyakandam, when Bharata comes back and Bharata is sitting with him, that's saying that after Dasharatha has passed out and then he's doing the Shradam, whatever he wants to do it, and he comes out and then he sits and talks with Bharata. And that time he is asking about each and every person in the kingdom. Beautifully given, Valmiki says. Not only that, he talks about even the map of the Ayodhya. He says on the east corner there is a water tank. How about the water tank water management? It's there. The reference is there. So you can understand how Rama was very clear about the map and location of his own country. He's very clear about his own country. And each and everyone he was having. Why? Because he is considered to be Purvabashi. Purvabashi means he doesn't have any shy. He will go and talk to them. And with Mathurya Bashi, that means he will laugh. Mathura Mukam. Sweet words he will talk. Right? Anytime he has never, ever, ever uttered anything with angry. Never. Never he has uttered anything angry. When Lakshmana is jumping, saying that, hey, how come the Kaikeyi can get this boon? And she has done a big damage to you. It's a big insult for us. And I am going to go and kill her. Well, she doesn't need to be our stepmother or something. So I am going to go and kill her. Then he says, wait, the same mother has given us food. The same mother has given us many things. All of a sudden, because of this one word, you want to hate your mother? All because the father has told us to do it, that you want to hate him? How come you become this type of a person? He is very clear. He never ever uttered even a single word against his mother, against his father. Even when he was in the forest, when they are walking into the forest, deep forest, Kabandan was one of the Rakshasa who takes away the Sita in one hand, another Lakshmana on the other hand. And then he is fighting with the Kabanda and trying to release Lakshmana. Then Lakshmana says, see, all these are because of Kaikeyi. He says, no. My mother wants to know what is happening in the forest also, because this is also the kingdom for my father. This is also under his location. We were not even taking care of what is happening in the forest. My mother has given me the opportunity to look into forest, to look into these creatures, to help these creatures. I have to come. What a positive look. This is called Vachaspati. So these type of excellency, what you can see from the Narayana. What we say is, his words are very golden words. He speaks beautifully. He speaks the clarity and gives you the concise and simple meaning for us. So that's why he's called Vachaspati Udharati. So this is how the beautiful verse, the verse number 23 ends. Gurudamo Damaha. Satya Satya Parakramaha. Nimisho Nimisho Shrakti. Vachaspati Rudharati. Right. So with that, we conclude here. The next one we will see in the next class. So we'll stop here. Kayena Vacha Manasendriyarva. Buddhyatmana va Prakrite Swabhavat. Karomi Yatyat Sakalam Parasmai. Narayanaye Samarpayami. Yadaksharapada Prashtam Matra Hinam tu Yad Bhavet. Tapsharvam Shamyadadheva Narayana Namostute. Vishargabindu Matrani Padavadakshirani Cha. Nyunani Chatirikhtani Chamashya. Purushottama. Anyadacharanam Nasti Tvameva Charanam Mama. Tasmat Karunya Bhavena Raksha Rakshajanardana. Harihom Tatsat Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayanta. Nyayena Marghena Mahim Mahisham. Ko Brahmanebhya Subhamastu Nityam. Samasta Lokaha Sukino Bhavantu. Samasta Lokaha Sukino Bhavantu. Samasta Lokaha Sukino Bhavantu. Sridananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai.